When I was listening to the pod last week, when you said that, when you made the comment of he has to win because if he doesn't, he is what Gunther said he is. And I was intrigued by that point because I knew he wasn't going to win. But I'm like, he's right. So I'm like, okay, they have to have something planned. And now we're about to get to the shits. I know Rhodesia feels passionate about this too. Shout out to anybody who's listening for the first time because you saw our tweet that I put out there on Saturday night. We had like 83,000 views on it. But I basically said I absolutely hated the finish because Jey doesn't need any more good showings. We're past that. He is way too over for any good showings. And then I said, like, nobody was asking for a title shot for Jey Uso a week before the Royal Rumble. That was on nobody's radar. And some people was responding back to me and saying, hey, it's the Sami Zayn story from NXT. If you didn't watch NXT back in the day, Sami Zayn was like the lovable loser. Every time he got a shot, he would lose until he won it. Okay, that's wrong. Because Sami Zayn in the NXT universe was never as big as Jey Uso is right now in the WWE universe. Jey Uso is arguably the most popular wrestler going today in any company. So when you are at that level, you don't need any good showings. You don't need any, oh, he almost had it, because nobody was asking for it anyway. When we got out of War Games, first we said, hey, he's got to make sure he's side by side with Roman. He is not the sidekick. He is right next to Roman Reigns, if not leading the charge. They win War Games. He tags with his brother, Jimmy, a couple weeks against the Bloodline 2.0. That's where we are in the story arc of Jey Uso. We are in tag team with your brother, trying to get the family right. We are not in, we're looking for world title shots. So when they announced that match 2.5 weeks ago, I'm like, okay, all right, well, I'm interested in what they got planned for this. Because nowhere in his story it shows they're about to put the title on him, unless they was going to hot shot it. Because that's what I thought too. Like, okay, maybe something happened where now they're going to pivot, take the belt off Gunther, and give it to Jey. So when he emptied the clip on Saturday night's main event, spear, splash, super kick, all of it, he has no more moves left that he has not hit Gunther with. Gunther kicks out, beats him with 2 power bombs.
Clean.
You don't have any leg to stand on, Jey, to come out and say, I can beat him. I love that you said that. But the whole look of Gunther kind of looking at him like, you almost had me, that shit don't do nothing for me. It doesn't, because we didn't need that match.
Hey, man, get that shit out of here, too, man. Like, look, Gunther looking at him like, I respect you, Jey.
Come on, man.
Jey, you came through and you did the things. It's like, no, I wouldn't hear none of that.
None of that.
You took all his shit and still beat him. Like, right?
You had enough energy to powerbomb him twice.
Hell yeah. Look, you came and cut a promo on this man a week before, a couple days before, and everything you said came true. Like, he took 2 spears. He ate 2 spears. I done spit all over my damn monitor. I'm so mad. He done took 2 spears, super kick, and the splash. He ate it. He yum with a bib, folded his ass up twice and pinned him like a minute later.
Like, what are we doing, man? So that was, I was so heated from that because it just doesn't make sense. So then Matt, it was funny because Matt's like, Dad, I think you're tripping a little bit. It's not that bad. Like, Gunther won. It's okay because this is part of Jey's story. So when he eventually wins it, it's part of the story. I said, but Matt, it's not part of the story. Part of the story would be Jey didn't hit him with 1 spear, or he didn't hit him with the Uso splash, or it was interference, or he had him beat, referee was knocked out, and then Gunther beat him. That's part of the story. When you lose clean, there is no such thing as part of the story. So when Jey came out on Monday, oh my God, I was ready. The lead story on this show would have been WWE, you have fucked up royally, and we got to figure some shit out. When he came out yeeting, I held it in. I didn't say nothing because I'm like, this man just lost Saturday night. Why is he excited and happy right now? This is what I used to hate in the Vince era, where somebody will lose a big match on a pay-per-view. They come out Monday night smiling like nothing happened because they got to get their interest in, because it's got to look perfect for TV. They got to smile. They got to can't change anything. So when he picked up the microphone, he was like, hey, y'all, I needed that. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, because I was going to lose my shit if he did not come out and say something like that. But even him saying, like, I can beat him. I respect that. That's not part of the story. Even if he goes on and wins the Royal Rumble Saturday, you could have done that without having that match on Saturday Night's Main Event and him losing clean. That's my only point. And to what you said earlier, E, that was the other part of the tweet. And I started getting a lot of quote tweets where people can't read nowadays. And look, I appreciate the engagement still, but people cannot read and comprehend. I said Gunther's title reign is ice cold. You shouldn't have Jey losing clean to Gunther when his title reign is ice cold. Nowhere in that tweet did I say Gunther can wrestle. Nowhere in that tweet did I say Jey Uso is a better wrestler than Gunther. Nowhere in that tweet did I say Gunther shouldn't even be champion. My argument is with Jey Uso and how he lost. That is not how you protect somebody who is over. Do I think he's going to win the Royal Rumble Saturday? Absolutely not.
Nope.
If he did, would I get excited? Absolutely. Would I love to see Jey Uso in front of a WrestleMania crowd win the WWE Championship? Absolutely, I would. You still did not need to have him lose clean on Saturday Night's Main Event. And then the other thing I kept getting, and Rhodesia, I'll let you go, is, you're taking this too serious, man. It's a glorified house show. That's all the Saturday Night's Main Event is glorified house show. I hate that too. It's not a glorified house show because it's on television. I understand the part of if somebody is saying it's a glorified house show because nothing happens on these shows. But something did happen. Arguably your most popular superstar right now. Your merch machine.
Hey, Matt, and Rhodesia, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know you got some things you want to say too, but real quick on that. Like us, them hardcore fans, man, that say that stupid shit, man. Do you realize how dumb y'all motherfuckers be talking, man? It's just like, do y'all know how many millions of people view that over probably anything else they put on?
Exactly.
Do you understand the gravity of these shows and like the reach that it has?
Nope.
Like, right, when you have that type of reach, like an influence, it matters what the fuck you do. Like, right, to say is like, you think it's a hardcore, you think it's a house show. Guess what? The casual people, the people that they're reaching, that's buying tickets to these shows, they don't know what the fuck that is. So please get off your soapbox. Yep. You're not as smart as you think you are. Like, right now, I do have a rebuttal to my ass overreact. I think in a bit I might be overreacting a little bit. But Rhodesia, what do you say to all this?
Kind of feel a little bit like, well, no, not a little bit, just partially about how I felt about the Lions. When this thing first came up, I didn't even realize that this was even a possibility of Jey, like, even about to get into a campaign to have a title match against Gunther. Okay, so we're here. We get there, and as he goes and rolls him up and pretty much lays, thrusting his private area all in his area.
Chill out.
I'm like, oh my God, wait, Jay's about to lose. Like, time had stood still because the way he folded him up, I'm like, no, that's a pinfold. That's not like a just, I'm gonna kick out of that. You're not gonna get your shoulder up out of that. Like,
it did feel like it was like 5 minutes from the time he hit that first powerbomb to that 3, because we had a full conversation from that first powerbomb, and he hit the second powerbomb. You were like, oh no. I was like, that's it.
I mean, time stood still, and I'm like, oh my God, he's about to lose. And then immediately, I wouldn't even call it anger, E. I would probably just say, like, because I was almost angry. But remember, like I said about Jey before, losing all this 9 months ago, not winning when he was supposed to win, not winning when he was supposed to win, not winning. It was very reminiscent to me about LA Knight. Now, I've always said on LA Knight, I can't get behind him emotionally 100% because I know what they're going to do to me. And truth be told, I can acknowledge that Jey is, as Matt said, as you've said, the most popular guy in WWE right now, in all of wrestling right now. I can't get behind that 100% because they've showed me last year that if you put too much faith in him, you're going to end up being heartbroken. So as soon as I realized in that 3 minutes of the 1, 2, 3 pin, I'm like, oh, they just shitted on me and my feelings. No, forget this. So at that point, I just disengaged. So when I get my levels of emotions, I could be sad, I could be angry, and then finally it's this disengagement. So to me, I am right now just pretty numb to it. I just think it was stupid as hell, and to the point of people saying that this is a glorified house show. Okay, that's fine. But again, it was not needed. To me, it just sounded like NBC wanted Jey Uso to be on your show. And you could have found something, you could have found another way for him to be on the show. But to me, it was just a waste of time. Yes, Jay's going to recover. Matthew and I talked about it. Matthew was like, actually, I like Gunther in his reign. And again, I think Matthew does that just to go against what I say, just so we can have like a natural debate all the time. But I'm like, well, tell me about this reign of Gunther that you like so much. Well, think about everybody he went against, and when they're in the ring and he's giving it to him and he's treating them like this, like, but it's the same thing. It's the same with everybody. You just cut and paste whoever name that you're going against. To me, though, Jey Uso, maybe if he does not win the Royal Rumble, which I don't think he's going to win the Royal Rumble, I'm going to disengage even more from him. And that's not even cool because he's busting his ass off. Like he said, he's burning 500 calories every time just in eating. He's winded by the time his match starts. That's how much he's putting in work. But I'm not going to appreciate it.